After having brain surgery, I lived without a skull for about 2.5 months. On October 11th, 2019, I went to Taco Bell on my boosted board, wearing no helmet. 3 days later, I wake up from a coma with my entire left side of my skull missing. That's all I remember. After my mom hadn't heard from me for a while, she decided to track my location and found me at Lower Manhattan New York Presbyterian Hospital. There's still no record of how I got to the hospital or what happened that night, and we're investigating currently to find out what actually happened. When I first arrived at the hospital, I was unconscious, and there's still a lot of unknowns as to how I got there that day and what happened. But when my mom got there, they told her that I was a drug overdose and that they had just administered me Narcan. She immediately informed them that I was not a drug overdose and ordered them to scan my brain. The first CT scans showed my brain bleeding. Basically, my brain was bleeding and swelling at a rapid rate, and there was a chance that I would not survive. I was brought into emergency brain surgery, where they removed the left side of my skull to allow my brain to swell. After my surgery, the surgeon informed my family that he was unsure of my prognosis, unknowing if or how I would recover. I remained in a coma for about 3 days, and every time I woke up, I was extremely confused where I was and what had happened. Once I realized the extent of my injuries, I was determined to get back to my normal adventurous life. I was not willing to settle for anything less than that. After having brain surgery, I lived without a skull for about 2.5 months. I had to wear a medical helmet that acted as a external skull to keep my brain protected if I were to bump my head on anything. And it's pretty ironic that since I wasn't wearing a helmet the day of the accident, that now every single time I stood up, I had to wear a helmet. At first, I was really insecure about wearing a helmet. I felt like an outcast. Felt like everyone was looking at me at all times. When I got home, I dug in my box of stickers and slapped them on and kind of made it my own. And that made me a lot more confident about the helmet and myself at that time. From the beginning, I never really asked myself why me. I kind of knew that I had to appear very positive, calm, and kind of accepting of what happened. This is something that I still struggle significantly with. For the first 19 years of my life, I looked in the mirror and I saw someone that I was confident in, someone that I loved, and someone that I was used to seeing. Then one day I looked in the mirror and saw a total stranger. I immediately felt this overwhelming sense of insecurity. I thought I looked like an alien. But I eventually got to a place where I didn't scare myself every time I looked in the mirror. And on December 19th, 2019, I had a second brain surgery to get my new skull. I still didn't look like myself, but with every haircut, every new outfit, and every compliment, I'm slowly becoming more and more confident and continuing to learn how to love myself again. I'm motivated to tell my story and spread awareness about the importance of wearing a helmet. Believe me, I like my hair looking good too. But a few hairs out of place isn't worth being able to literally hold your own skull in your hand. I'm continuing to go through various types of extensive therapies, as well as also being assessed for any surgeries that I may need in the future. Having so many people following me on my journey on TikTok, it's a lot of pressure, I'm not gonna lie. But with that being said, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of support that I received from all of my social medias, and I couldn't be more grateful for it. And if I could say something to someone who's going through something tough right now, especially during this pandemic, I have a metaphor that I always say. It's about the itsy bitsy spider. We all know the story about the itsy bitsy spider and how it went up the water spout, and then one day the rain came and washed it all away, and then the sun came out and dried it all up, and the itsy bitsy spider went back up the spout again. We're all itsy bitsy spiders, and that spout is our journey of life. At the top of that water spout is all of our dreams and aspirations that we want to achieve in life. But the rain is all these setbacks that are going to come in life. For me, was my accident. But when there's rain, there will always be sun. Sun is all the opportunities that you have. Stay strong during those setbacks, and that sun will come. I promise you, everything gets better.